Hello? Hello?
Hello there, perfect timing. I've just finished up with a little thought experiment.
Wait, you can think?
Hello to you too.
Thought experiment, huh?
Yes, very important work, you wouldn't know about it.
Why am I here?
For this.
What do I do with that?
Simple really, just read them in order when...
Yes, no, I see, thank you.
Stop, let me finish. Read them in order when I prompt you, okay?
Yes.
Let's go then. Have you ever tried to assemble a well-rounded team in an MMO or something?
Yes.
Could you maybe give that a bit more emotion? It feels like I'm talking to a utility pole.
Was that a compliment?
Come on, emotion.
Yes.
Never mind. Did you have any trouble assembling that team? Some specific role that was difficult to fill?
No.
No. Then No? The second one should be a yes.
I see.
Are you taking the piss?
Aren't we on the fourth one?
No! How did you... Oh. And you're asking me whether I can think. You little... Give that back. Well, what I wanted to get at was the role of tank. One of the, I feel like, more ungrateful roles to play in many games. What does a tank do, you may wonder? Thank you. Will you get out of here already?
Sorry, not sorry.
Why do I even bother? A tank is the person who is such a nuisance to a boss or group of other enemies for such a prolonged period of time that the boss has basically no other choice than to grind him specifically into the dirt with growing vigor and enthusiasm. So a good tank is a kind of willing personal punching bag for the boss. And said tank obviously needs to take that to the face without turning into paste too quickly. It's also obviously gonna be the tank's fault should the boss get through and start painting the room in a fresh coat of squishy backline. And the first tank you get blueprint wise is Rhino. Drops from that oversized spot from last video. Let me give you some more details on him. Welcome to an Unhinged Dossier on one of the big five. Okay then, a tank it is. What does that entail? Bit heavier, bit slower, and a lot of armor. And thanks to his passive, disqualified from many things stealth. You approach from the shadows, ascend into the rafters, or whatever similar thing is up there near the ceilings on these maps, and then you gracefully descend and backstab. Well, there's the problem. Might as well go down the more noisy route at that point. See, Rhino, whenever he drops from above a certain height, crashes down to the floor like a f***ing meteor, no subtlety to be found whatsoever. There's only destruction. If the mission relies on stealth, like at least one of the mastery tests does, not a great choice. That's not very sneaky, is it? Yeah, that one's on me. If that is of no concern, however, and all you want is people faceplanting, go right ahead, you can just chain these together, which probably looks absolutely ludicrous from an outside perspective.
Hey, be quiet back there. What the hell are you doing?
Having fun.
Why do I even play with him?
But behold! That sounds stupid. That is by far not the only way Rhino can turn people into bowling pins. Let's go back for another one. So you know how in many games there is things like a blink or a dash of some sort, maybe sometimes a roll, as in like a jump roll. Oh wait, that last one is Warframe itself. Anywho, one of those. Then you also know how normally these are for dodging enemy attacks, as in getting out of the way basically. Well, Rhino has something similar as his first ability. He also moves quickly from one spot to another. So far so good. He just kinda forgets about the whole dodging and evading part while going straight into the fray instead of out. Bottom line, he just plows through entire hordes of enemies. As is often the case, however, there are some elite enemies that cannot be thrown against the nearest wall like a wet noodle, but most normal enemies will just come along for the ride. This is Rhino's charge, not unlike the real animal, just a lot faster and lacking a horn unfortunately. Or maybe that's a good thing actually, considering the speed. And for anyone with motion sickness or epilepsy, you might want to look away for a second. Because that ability gets more energy efficient when you chain cast it, which can get a tad annoying after a while, so let's move on. What phenomenal timing. Oh, for f***'s sake. Where are you? Oh, shut up and come here already. Oops. There we go. Let's call that a finished side quest and move on. Now for a bit of actual tank stuff, seeing as we already found a way into the fight. We heard you like thick skin and armor. How about second skin and more armor? Well, not quite armor. It's technically more of a health buffer. Maybe? Not quite sure. This does exactly what it says on the tin. That is actually iron. You develop these grayish splotches all over, which apart from absorbing a fair amount of damage, make you fully invulnerable for 3 seconds. After that, and for as long as you have that thing active obviously, you are immune to all sorts of knockdown effects like knockdowns, the explosions, and so on. And boy, can you do a lot of stuff that you normally wouldn't be able to. Including everyone's favorite, standing in clouds of toxic gas and becoming overconfident. Uh-oh. No. I mean, it does enable you to punch way above your weight class. This is gonna take a long while. Oh boy. Why are they just watching? Why are they just watching that? We call this a chore. Why are you just watching up there? Piss off. This helped me through many situations and more often than I'd like to admit played a part in a death or two. Overconfidence, remember? This is fine, this is fine, this is not fine, this is not fine. Okay, that was a bit of a downer. What you need now is a friend to cheer you back up. No, really, this next ability makes way more sense with more people. What you normally have is a tank at the front and support in the back, right? Well, Rhino also do buff, huh? Phenomenal English right there. With a mighty roar, or a mighty... That is kinda underwhelming. Ignoring the utterly lackluster performance of our main actor right there. This ability gives a massive boost to damage output and like on the scale of going from this to this. More or less. So if the going gets tough, give yourself a little buff. Hey, a rhyme, yeah! And while it also works on whoever's casting it, this is obviously meant for a group. I mean, picture a lion roaring his best roar or a wolf singing his song. While being completely alone in the middle of nowhere. It's just a bit sad. Another downer. Let's try again. Once you are fed up with trying to motivate your this is getting worse. You can use the last ability to vent all your frustrations. Yep, let's go with that. This is one big tool for crowd control. Lift one leg, like a dog about to make its owner very happy in one way or another, and then bring it down ever so gently onto the surface beneath your, shoe? Maybe? Is part of leg. And whole process is about as delicate as you'd expect. This will knock up most normal enemies in a non-sexual way and sorta lock them in place. Will however not work on the usual suspects of course. The description explains that through the sheer amount of force stopping time. Me however, keeping in line with the depressing undertone of the last minute, takes this as the god of time taking petty on a lonely ass. Anyway, I do love me a good stomp or two, and if you mod it right you can also spam this ability like you're visiting the maddest concert ever.
There he goes again. Huh. I'm just gonna do my own thing then.
And with that, you too know how to cope with playing solo most of the time. Actually, wait a second. Where did that little shit run off to? No. Time for some sweet revenge.
I'm out of here.